Hi, I'm Björn Stolt from Martin Professional. Welcome to this P3 quick tip video on how to use real world mode. In this video I will show you how to use real world mode to create a video setup like on the background image here on a stage that's about 10 meters wide and about 5 meters high, but then continues out in the air with the finger trusses here. So to do it, I will start with creating a new configuration. Name it my real world test. I will choose real world mode because in real world, mapping is done according to physical size of a fixture and allows a mix of different pixel pitches without dedicated prescaling of the input. What that means is that you can mix any product above the pixel pitch chosen here. So in this case I would choose 10mm because Skeptron 10 will be the finest pixel pitch I will use. That will give me access to all these fixtures in the list here on the right. So I can mix freely among all these fixtures and P3 will take care of the scaling. So I will use pixels as units. I will have 1920 by 1080 for input, with a pixel pitch of 10, that gives me a workspace area or maximum stage size of 19.2 meters wide and 10.8 meters high, or the equivalent in feet and inches below. So this means I can now use 19 meters wide in the stage setup and 10 meters high. And since I'm actually using the truss rig as a part of my height, I will need the full height of this setup, even though the stage is only 5 meters high. So I will click finish here, and that will give me my workspace here. So I will first, of course, as always, go into video input, change it to 1920 1080, go back to setup. I will then need to import my background image in order for it to make better sense. So I'll go in here, choose image, as you've seen in the previous videos, use my background image here, find something that I know the size of, like a video Fatron, set my scale to 1000mm, hold Control and click, down here, hit apply, and click OK. So I will use the image here to add my products to. As you may see, this image is in perspective, so everything is not exactly the right measurements, as the camera angle from the render is a bit skewed. So I will just use it as an aim point for getting it kind of where all the products need to be, and then use alignment bar in the real setup to actually match it. I will add my fixtures quickly here and speed through the video. So see you soon. So as you see, the mapping went quick and easy without hiccups. But as I told you, we will be using Skeptron 10s and they were not in the drawing. I will add a few 3-meter posts of Skeptron 10 in here, call them 401, just to give you a more obvious showing of how real world mode actually works. As we have now Skeptron 10s in between Fatron 20s. So the Fatron 20 is of course 20mm pixel pitch, and Skeptron 10 is 10mm pixel pitch. So if we zoom in here, you see the Fatron is of course fatter, but 1 meter is still 1 meter, so the fixtures are equally tall. Heading over to video input, I will show you, I've changed source to Hypotizer to show you incoming video from a Hypotizer. And as you see here, the lines that are going down in the whole rig shows you quite clearly the pixelation of each product. So you can see even the Aura PXLs and the Atomic Bowls get hit by it, and the Fatrons and the Skeptrons get hit by it, and you see the pixel resolution of the fixtures. So if I zoom in closer, just before the next line comes in, you see the Fatrons here, and the Skeptron here, and the Atomic Bowls here. So you see the much finer resolution on the Skeptrons than on the Fatrons. which goes to show that it's very clear that P3 handles the scaling. If you want even more obvious changes, we can add some VC grids just for the fun of it. So we add a VC grid 15, 16 by 16 pixels, and we can add a VC grid 60 4x4, which are both the same size. But when playing content on them, you would see a clear difference between them. So we go back to video input, then you see them here. The top one is 4x4 pixels and the lower one is 16 by 16 pixels. So big difference in resolution, as you see here. So real world mode in P3 allows maximum creativity and allows you to use all your standard HD content across a rig that has a lot of mixed pixel pitches or even freeform moving head fixtures. Thank you for watching this P3 quick tip video on real world mode.